Leo, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to start by pulling you a general overview card, and then we will build your baseline, yeah? Show me what I need to see, please, for that Leo energy. Show me, Leo, what is going on for Leo, please. Show me that Leo energy, please. What's going on for Leo? Okay. I do believe this is the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Shadow 18. How interesting. 18 is becoming an increasingly prominent number. Oh, when I see repeating numbers, collective shifting, affecting many. The 18th might be important to some of you. Also, Piscean energy. The time of Pisces might be important to some of you. You might be connecting to one. You might have some very strong Pisces in your chart. But the shadow, moon energy. Getting in touch with your intuition, specifically in that respect of what is your intuition trying to speak to you of private things, difficult things, the thoughts that make us uncomfortable, what we feel, why we feel it, what we do, why we do it, what our motivation is, and so forth. Those are very gentle waters, that they can be, ideally, in terms of the intuition, soft moon energy. In our quiet thoughts and our quiet mind, do we have what it takes within us to explore those sides of ourselves in a gentle, non-threatening way? Quiet energy, soft, possibly some surprise stuff, unexpected things coming to light, emotional and intellectual reveals, that kind of thing. You, within you specifically, possibly outside you, that energy might be coming towards you. I don't know. Let's take a look. That's one of the benefits of the Celtic Cross, is that it's multifunctional. You can see many things. Show me. Some of you, by the way, might be doing shadow work at this time, which I highly, strongly recommend as we enter Scorpio season, as I do believe it's in your title slides. We enter Scorpio season the 23rd, and then on the 25th specifically, new moon in Scorpio plus a solar eclipse. So, for those of you who are looking to get some quiet time, some private time, to do some deep inner work, it's coming up. It'll be an ideal time. And if that's true for you, I hope you get the space that you need to check out, to monitor yourself, see what's going on with you. Leo checking in with Leo, you know. Let it come from an intuitive place. Let those waters gently lap your shore so you can explore those kind of tricky, shadow, dark energies more comfortably and at your own pace, yes? Show me what I need to see, please, for that Leo energy. Show me what's going on, please, for Leo. Show me what I need to see, please, for Leo. Dead center reading, Chariot. Beautiful energy, always. You might have some strong Cancer in your chart. Could be connecting to one. That's nice. Nice way to kick it off. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Crossing that energy is Four of Pentacles, holding back your best vehicle, honey. Why are you doing it? Why are you holding back on your best vehicle? The Chariot. Or in love energy, that rush of love energy, the one that says, I want to be in love. Go out there and make it happen. Holding back Four of Pentacles, it's in the challenge position for you. Interesting. The world above you, hovering, influential. I believe it was Virgo who had that same card in that same placement, and I promise you there has been many a shuffle between yours and anyone else's. So if you have some strong Virgo in your chart connecting to one, you might want to check theirs out. Relevant past, Two of Wands, decision making. Trust that you know how to make decisions, left, right, A, B, up, down. Okay, this way or that way. So I know I'm looking at a Leo who is used to making decisions. Okay, this is part of your relevant past. All right, what is exiting for you? The Six of Crystals, Six of Swords. Moving on, moving forward. I don't know that you've completely exited something, a situation, a thought process, a way of doing, a way of being, a way of feeling. I don't know. It doesn't have to be real world energy. It could be the Six of Swords. Again, it's that mental energy. It's kind of a quiet, calm resolution, okay, within oneself to move forward. Just get on with it. Get on with it. But it's a gentle get on with it. This is like, it's a sigh. I always call it my mental sigh. This is how it must be. What is exiting? You could be making an exit of some type in terms of your thoughts, your feelings, or an actual situation in life. but your Six of Swords is exiting. Some of you are starting to pull away from this idea of, maybe I shouldn't move forward. I know some of you felt inclined and now your energy is trying to pull back a little bit. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to move forward. Maybe not. Maybe not. That would explain right away why the Four of Pentacles is challenging your Chariot. Yes, for some of you, it is time to critically look at that moon energy, especially if there's anything in you that you feel you're holding back from after I see a resolution to move forward. And now you're like, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see, Christina. Let's see. Okay. Near future, the Fool. Opening up, taking a risk. It's interesting. I do feel that for you. You are trying to pull back from something that you said you would move forward on. But you're also telling me you want to open up spiritually as the Fool. The Fool is a spiritual card. Very spiritual being. He just doesn't know it. He's the Fool. But it's a very specific feeling to open yourself up to new things. People, places, circumstances. You want to. I know you do. You've given me some strong energy already. That suggests things are in a position to move forward. Things are shifting and changing around you, but you're showing me some reluctance despite your spiritual energy wanting to get out. Try new things. Be a new Leo, that kind of thing. Strengths, Judgment. Are you telling me that you'll know when the timing is right? Could be. Your environment, Six of Wands, generally feeling good, buoyant, I dare say. That's always lovely energy. Okay, a little spike in our energy, a little extra hitch in our giddy up, as it were. In terms of, I feel good. I have some confidence here. I got some drive here. There might be some flirtation here. I don't know. But your environment suggests that I got this. You know, I feel good. It's in your environment. Hopes and fears, you. Strength, that is your card, of course. Very auspicious. Hopes and fears category being what it is because one typically reflects the other. So your power card being in that position tells me, am I living my best self? Am I living my best life? Would I know it? Do I know how to recognize it? Do I know how to move forward in my best interests? Am I being the best possible Leo I can be? And if I'm not, that's a fearful thing, right? Am I living up to my strongest potential as a person? Outcome. The High Priestess. That's better. I know that doesn't seem very, ooh, but that's real tarot. Real tarot reflects real life. Your outcome is that. And I see it here as well. There's some things in you that you're sorting out. You need to sort out. I know you thought you were done with something. You're not done with it. Not up here. Not mentally. Your spiritual energy, your emotional energy is kind of, hey, Leo, let's pull it forward. Let's go somewhere. Let's do something with this energy. And you're like, okay. There, I got, okay. All right. Some cycles might be closing. Some cycles might be opening. I know I said personally I would leave something behind. I'm not so sure about that. You doubt yourself way too much. I know I'm looking at a Leo based on your relevant past that you know what it is to make decisions. I think, honestly, Leo, honey, you have the opportunity here to go full throttle into something. And I know your outcome doesn't seem impressive as the High Priestess, but given your general overview with that moon energy, okay, your intuition's trying to speak to you. And I hope you give it that voice. I hope you take the time out that you need and is necessary to listen to yourself. What is it that you still need to look at that resides within you, and it has nothing to do with anybody else? That says, yes, I recognize those aspects of myself that would like to move forward, that has big feelings, that would like to experience my Chariot, who would like to experience the Fool, but I'm holding back from that. I don't want to, okay? But there's still some stuff I'm working on. That stuff that you're still working on, that's what I'm talking about with the moon, your High Priestess, your intuition energy. Because you actually have some very strong placement here. So for those of you who value quick tarot and you want your 10-minute marker, here it is. Okay? If this is all you were looking for and you don't want the whole hour thing, because that's what I do. I'm an in-depth extended reader. Here you go. Here's your 10-minute tarot. You have good stuff. You have the opportunity to move your chariot vehicle, your in-love energy forward. You have the opportunity to open up to a brand new cycle. It is going to require that you exit other things that hold you back and don't necessarily give to you, but you might be holding on to it out of habit. And if you so choose, just please know you have the strength of will and confidence to move forward if you well and truly want to. Get in touch with your intuition, understand what it is that's holding you back, and get on with your life. And that's your 10-minute message. Do keep in mind, if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Christina. This is Sassy Scorpion Tarot. We have to live up to the name and reputation. For those of you who've been around, welcome back. You know what to expect. All right, let's start right here with the Chariot. What's going on, please? Show me that Chariot energy, please, for Leo. Oh, yes, it can be a bit cheeky. Show me the Chariot, please. Show me the Chariot, please. Show me the Chariot, please, for Leo. Show me that Chariot energy, please, for Leo. Show me that Chariot energy, please, for Leo. Let's do one more. Show me the Chariot, please. You have to excuse me if you start hearing my tummy kick off once more. I decided to sit down and record on an empty stomach. It's not really a decision, I'm just not always aware. I'm really not. Sometimes it's just not. Two of Wands are the Two of Wands. Look at that. It's in your relevant past, and it's in your current point of view. Three of Wands, expectations, hope. Huh. The Emperor. Oh, my. You got your Big Daddy energy out today. Emperor. He has a couple of names around here. Big Daddy energy. Mr. Grumpy. Mr. Grumpy Pants is the Hierophant. But you're showing me some very strong-willed energy and longing. You might have some very strong Aries in your chart. You're showing me longing. You long to be in love. Let's make that clear. Energetically and otherwise. It calls to you. It's quite strong. When you're looking at it, you're looking out upon the world. The Two of Wands is reflected for you twice, so I know that, and which is great. I'll take that over the Two of Swords, over the Two of Pentacles any day. I know I'm looking at a Leo who's used to assuming the role as an active decision maker. That's one of the distinct signatures to your energetic IDs. You're used to making active decisions. That's the Leo I'm looking at. Once my mind is made up, I've made it. I don't dispute that. I see it. And you being fixed fire, can't say I'm surprised. The back and forth, the wiffle waffle, that's not your thing, honey. You like to be decided. The Ace of Wands being your master symbol. Your energy is looking towards love. In an almost literal sense, your baseline, starting out, Chariot, in love energy, our best forward emotional movement that is swift. It can be very swift. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, the Emperor. We are standing in our power, yes, in terms of critically examining our love energy. You long for it. You're not letting that longing get out of control. That's part of the Emperor's job. He does not like to be out of control. But you do actively seek it. And it's looking like you were looking towards someone specifically to provide it. Now, it could be I'm just seeing a Leo who generally hopes to be in love again. But there is a sort of waiting and expectation in your energy for it to either come to you, to arrive to you, or you're looking at someone being in love, and it might be from a distance. And it doesn't have to be physical. And it could be, yeah. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, I have every right to believe, honey, that we're looking at a long distance thing here. But I believe the Leo I'm looking at has an expectation of being in love. Looking out for someone's love energy specifically. You don't let that get out of hand, though. Not with the Emperor card. You don't. You try to keep a very firm hand on your in-love energy. It's not that you don't have it. On the contrary, the Chariot begs to differ, and you must remember the Chariot is the personal vehicle of the Emperor. He's very acquainted with his Chariot. So again, I'm looking at a Leo here who can be very decided. You like to take action. You don't like to run away with your feelings either. But you are looking at someone specifically for the love energy, I do believe, to come towards you. You may not necessarily be expressing it yourself. I don't know. The Four of Pentacles is crossing you as in challenge. It's kind of like, speaking of your master symbol, you seem to be in a position where you expect love energy to come to you, but you're not necessarily putting it out there yourself either. Four of Pentacles holding back is crossing you. And what is otherwise a very strongly elemented Leo on the split, the Fool. Does part of you want to loosen up more? Is that what that is? To not always be so much in control? Strong sense of obligation you might have to control your feelings. That might be why you look outside of you for the love to come to you, but you feel an obligation to keep it in check. Do you wish your energy would soften up a bit so you could express yourself more, verbally or otherwise? Tell me. Some of that Four of Pentacles, I do believe there's someone here who is provoking this energy. If I see them, I will tell you. If I don't, I don't. But I do believe, honey, the Emperor doesn't just sit on his ass and look around. He's looking at something. And I do believe you're a Leo that does not like to waste time. So I do believe when you're looking out at someone specifically. I like your energy, honey. Don't get me wrong. You have some very strong elements about you. One of them is very strong conservative energy. But it's enormous. That Four of Pentacles is in the challenge. Why? You have some very marked restraint. The one I'm looking at today. Four of Pentacles is in the challenge. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. You don't know if you're comfortable. Nine of Swords. You don't feel comfortable at all. And that's one of the reasons why, excuse me, you hold back. It's in the challenging. For what is large, substantial, I know myself and I can control my energy to, once we dig into it, why you're holding back. You don't feel comfortable for some reason. It causes you stress. You wish you were more comfortable with the expression. You wish you were more giving. It's like I don't know how to give in this way. Well, giving begins with you. As in all things. Leo, honey, if you want to know how to give more to a person or a situation, it begins with you. Be more generous with yourself first. Understand that what makes you comfortable in love first is how you would approach someone else. And then really it's a matter of reciprocation. If you don't know how to give to yourself in a healthy way, that does not have confusion or anxiety attached to it, you're always going to feel like you're having to hold yourself back, and it becomes a control issue. I'm afraid of losing control. I'm afraid of losing control. Someone who knows how to do right by themselves doesn't have to worry about that, you know? And this is the source of your restraint in what otherwise is a vehicle that's dressed up and ready, or I'm sorry, a Leo that's dressed up and ready to go. You don't know how to give more of yourself as part of your fears. And can I get comfortable if I do? You pull back. Part of you is out of touch with how to care for yourself. And that is often a byproduct, by the way, of someone who tends to be terribly, terribly responsible. Sometimes we forget how to give to ourselves. I know. I do it all the time. It's very easy to forget how to give to ourselves. in light of what needs doing or needs to be done. That's the burden to bear for responsibility. So if you are as responsible as I think you are, you've likely forgotten how to care for yourself. Okay? And there's fear in you, and there's apprehension. I don't know if I can get comfortable with this. I don't know if I can get comfortable expressing myself more. There's something here to do with the comfort in terms of giving your energy in a free way that does not cause you anxiety. So that's kind of why you look outwards to the other person to bring their love energy towards you. And then you're like, then I would know how to deal with it. But as for me, kind of like engaging and initiating in that way, not so much. That's where I get lost and confused. I don't quite know what my comfort level is in terms of my expressing my physical energy towards this person or my real thoughts towards this person. And there's someone here you're reacting to. So it is easier for you to interpret the situation when their energy comes towards you. That's why you look out towards it. Because you're like, I know how to deal with it because I'm the emperor. That's what I do. I deal with it. But when it comes time to you to soften up the Queen of Pentacles and show that person care and nurturing and love, you get all up in your head. You get all up in your head. That's why it's easier for you to be reactive, but not exactly proactive. Okay? And that's where the stress comes from. When it comes to the idea of the physical energy and getting physical and putting more of yourself into it, that's where the strain comes from. But it's like, if it comes to me, no problem. I can deal with it. You don't have to deal with love energy, honey. You enjoy it. You do. You look towards it, but you're firm with it. It's hard for you to soften yourself, and I have to insist, honey, you would know how to put more love and care and nurturing into that other person if you know how to put more love and care and nurturing into yourself. And you don't always have to be the emperor. You can kind of step down. Be the king and queen of pentacles. Be the king and queen of cups. Okay? Soften that energy up a little bit. Express yourself more physically. Okay. And I went on and on. I just find it very interesting, the sharp contrast between your outer world and your internal world. Very different. Excuse me. The hovering, the unseen influences, cycles, opening, cycles, closing. Okay. It's hovering. You can kind of feel it. Feels like things are on the precipice of change. Okay. What is, but don't know if you're ready to address that. Again, the emperor and control issues. You know, if it's presented to me, I can deal with it at that time. Me prompting it, I don't know. It's alright. So take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Just because it says Leo in the title doesn't mean it's for you. It might have applied to you 2 years ago. It could apply to you 2 weeks from now or 2 years from now. I don't know. That's why I call them timeless tarot, because essentially all tarot is. You'll see it when you're meant to see it, and you'll resonate with it when you're meant to resonate with it, if at all. Show me the world that is hovering. Show me the world that is hovering. For some of you, some of that, I don't know why it caught my attention. The Six of Wands is here on the split with death. For some of you specifically, the translation is that confidence you get that comes from a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. And for others of you, sometimes you try to show more confidence than you have. Show me that world, please. It's not for everybody. And sometimes I see the split, sometimes I don't. Show me the world. Show me the world, please. Eight of Wands. Nine of Cups. Five of Cups. There is some incoming communication here. And that communication is kind of spotty. It seems to cause you more pleasure than anything else. But there's an element of pain attached to it, some disappointment. You have some incoming You have some incoming energy that pleases you to some extent, but it's not what you wanted. Or it's outward. I can't tell which way it's going. Perhaps it's on both of your parts. I don't know who you're talking to. There seems to be some in and out inconsistent energy with someone that you go back and forth with, like this. And while it pleases you both, it disappoints you both simultaneously. It's like, I'm happy to hear from them, but that's not the message I wanted. Why is the world there then? It could be an ongoing cycle communication pattern that you have with this person. Yes, there's pleasure behind it. Yes, there's love behind it. Nine of Cups is personal pleasure. It makes us happy. It puts a smile on our stupid faces. The Nine of Cups does. So I know that when you talk to this person, it makes you happy, but there's disappointment attached to it at the same time. And it's likely a two-way street, especially if I'm seeing the world over this as the baseline. There's some back and forth communication. It makes you both happy, and it disappoints you. It's like I'm that message, that email, that text, whatever it is. It makes me happy, but it's disappointing at the same time. It's not what I wanted to say. It's not what I wanted to express. It's not what I wanted to feel. And it always kind of leads up to it that way, or chalks up to it that way. So this is an ongoing repeating cycle for some of you. It's one of the influences. Okay? That would explain that then. That would explain it right there. Is that what that is, honey? And what we were discussing, when you know how to care more for yourself and love yourself and take care of yourself and express towards yourself honestly. That you wouldn't hold back so much in communication or your actions towards this person and they towards you. Something to look at. That if you knew how to have more of those honest conversations with yourself, it's not an accusation. We all go through it. When you have more of those honest conversations with yourself about what you're really feeling, what it is you really want to do, why it is you want to do those things, why it is you want to feel those things, it is a form of self-love to have those honest conversations with ourselves, our gentle moon energy. Okay? Really listening to our feelings and understanding our motivation, why we do what we do. And it's like if I knew how to talk to myself better and treat myself better and act more like I'm worthy, maybe I could soften up my energy and I could really give the communication and or action that I want with this person, and they could with me as well, because I do see it as a two-way street. It's in and out communication where you're both pleased by it, but there's always an element of disappointment attached to it. It could be a case of cease of communication, whether it's temporary or long-term, I don't know. And there's sadness in that too, or you're thinking about it, possibly. Suspending all communication, possibly. I haven't seen it yet. It seems to be cyclic at this time with this person. Because there's too much of, yes, it makes me happy, but ultimately we're both disappointed. But there's so much pleasure in it. There really is a lot of pleasure in it. And good feeling. It's very pleasurable to you both. And yet, with it comes a sense of disappointment. I'm not saying what I want to say, neither are they. Anything else, please, about this? Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man. I see. I mean, I see and I don't see. It's going to vary for each of you differently, but I get the gist of it. I wanted to clarify it further. It is one of those in and out communication types where you two are kind of reflecting back on each other in the same way. Neither one of you really deep dives into what it is you really mean or how you want to express yourself. And I can kind of see why. There is good heart and good intention behind this connection, Three of Pentacles type situation. It's a little more than friendship, but okay. And the Hanged Man. There is this idea of I have to monitor what I say and be careful with it. You know, I've got a pretty good building block structure with this person, so the Three of Pentacles in Tarot is the first time we see stability. And it has the potential to springboard us into other things. It starts here, it could go here, it could go here, it could go here. You two communicate at a level that suggests Nine of Cups. It's pleasurable, it feels good to you both. Both you both operate from a space of Three of Pentacles. That's the real world energy. That's where the rubber meets the road. In other words, it's dissatisfying to you both how the bigger feeling isn't expressed, and it kind of keeps you both stuck in a Three of Pentacles, when in fact it has the potential for so much more. Ace of Cups. Okay, well, let's keep going. In your relevant past, are we? Yes. Relevant past is the Two of Wands. Show me that relevant past, please, for Leo. Two of Wands. Show me that relevant past, please. Show me that relevant past, please. The Lovers. Emperor. There it is. Judgment. This is the person who you say the timing has to be right. That's why you're strong-willed. You made that decision a long time ago. How long, I don't know. But it's a decision you made a long time ago. Judgment for you twice. It's under your strengths and it's under your relevant past. Regarding this person specifically, this Three of Pentacles who causes you a flutter of communication, one of which neither of you is satisfied by because you never really get to express the depth of your feelings and actions. It comes across as an in and out suspended friendship, but not friendship as in you don't connect. You connect in a Three of Pentacles way. What I mean is that the suspension is as it relates to the heart space as the Ace of Cups. You both know it could be bigger. You both have a tendency to slide in and out of your communication in a way that suggests we have more feelings and we both know it, but we don't express it. So there's disappointments on both sides. And there is this question of you giving more because you look towards their love energy. You do. And again, that's not a crime. You look towards this person, and it's again, if it comes to me, I know how to deal with it. Because that's something that you got used to in the past, and I was wondering about that. Two of Wands twice, the Emperor twice. But when it comes to you conveying your energy outwards towards this person, physically or through communication, it's not half of what you want to say or do. And it's a decision you made in the past. How long? I don't know. But there they are again, under their true form, the Lovers, who provokes your Emperor. Now here twice, so I have consistent energy patterns. This is why I use multiple decks. So I can see repeating energies and connect the dots. We connected some dots today, honey. Judgment, here for you twice. You made a decision about that person a long time ago. Or how long, I don't know. But you are under that commanding Emperor energy again. In time, I hope to know what to do with my lover, my strong connection. And that's who they really are to you. Very strong connection. Complicated one. You likely see them that way. They likely see you that way to some extent. Especially if you're commanding such strong-willed energy. But you give them something to work with, but not a lot. They likely do the same. And then again, the disappointment. And again, your love vehicle is dressed up, wanting to go somewhere, and then your energy says, And it comes from this place of, can I give more to this person? And the idea, honey, it really starts with you. Can you give more to yourself? Do you know what it is that you need? Do you know the kind of love that you need? Do you know the kind of experience that you want to have in this life while you can have it? Do you understand the physical world and how you want to see it and shape it, thus give to yourself and the connection? So you have some very strong ideas. It's kind of out of my hands. The timing has to be right, whatever that means to you. And I'm going to see whatever that means to you when judgment is under your strengths. So you're energetically reinforcing it. The timing has to be right. I've already made that decision. So I keep a firm hand with this connection. You know, the love energy has been, excuse me. The love energy for this person has been suspended. But we connect in our own way. Something like that. That's a lot of strong-willed energy just on a simple old 2 of Wands. The old 2 of Wands is packing a lot of heat there, honey. Judgment, the Emperor, the Lovers. My, my, my. The timing has to be right. It's out of my hands. It's a divinity thing. Maybe one day, I don't know, we'll fill in the blanks as we go along. Something like that. 6 of Swords is on the exit for you, which I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, so let's get to it. Okay. I literally just went through a no, yes right now. No. Not that deck? No? Yes. No. Yes. What is it like to be me? 6 of Swords in the exit energy. Show me that, please. Show me that 6 of Swords, please. Exiting energy for Leo. Show me. Show me that 6 of Swords exiting energy, please. This, of course, I'm sure you'll recognize it, is the Casanova Tarot. And the baseline today is the Dreamy Moons Tarot deck. No, I do not list these in the description boxes. Honey, I have way too many. I have way too many, but if I remember to tell people, I will. Okay. The Magician, 6 of Wands. You want something to happen. You want something to happen to get you out of this stuckness. This pattern. You want something to happen. I don't know what you think that something is, but you want something to happen. You want some sort of energy generated to make something happen. So despite your big daddy strong-willed energy that says, you know what, it's out of my hands. It's up to divinity. It's up to judgment. Timing has to be right. You know, that's why I keep a firm hand with my lover, friend, lover, however it is you want to pose it. Because I don't know how to give to it fully. One day I might. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out as time progresses. But the truth of the matter is, and this is what your thoughts sneak away from, and that's why you're pulling Moon, and that's why you're pulling High Priestess. 6 of Wands for you 3 times. With this person, the Magician, the Tower, you want something to happen. You just... Let me rephrase that. You have an idea of what that something is. What it comes down to you in terms of the details is up to you as an individual Leo, and that's if it resonates. But I can tell you this, it ties back to your 6 of Wands energy. You want something to happen that generates more of that feel-good strength energy to be seen, to be recognized, to feel good, to feel justified, to feel powerful, to feel sexy, you name it. And you keep trying to sneak away from it like it's not wreaking havoc on you. You've tried to leave those thoughts behind. You've told yourself, I don't want anything to happen. I've already made a decision. I've already made a decision. Yeah, you did. I've seen it a couple times. You're very firm. Your outward energy is firm. Your internal energy has a soft white underbelly. And you want something to happen. And you might. You are manifesting it. Magician, Six of Wands, the Tower. You want a tower moment with this person. Oh, honey. If we were doing intimate tarot, sexual energy readings, I would really tear into that. One of the advantages to reading from multiple energetic viewpoints is that I can see things from different layers. But we're not doing that. And yes, for those of you new to the channel, I do read intimate tarot. They are labeled in playlists if you'd like to catch up on some old ones. Now, it's exiting Six of Swords. You've tried to move away from these thoughts, literally wishing something would happen. A moment. A strong moment. Anything to generate the energy forward. Because it's not so easy to leave it to the gods, is it? Is it, Leo? It's not so easy to leave it to the gods. A lot of people think it's that easy. Yeah, it's the universe problem. I'll trust the universe. And I'm firm about it. Things will move forward when they're meant to move forward. If at all. Watch, wait, and see. Yeah, I'm the emperor. But inside, you want something to happen to move it forward. Try not to. You say, don't do that. Don't think about that, Leo. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Whatever that thing is. Could be a kiss. A certain touch. A certain look. I don't know. But you want a moment to happen. For some of you, you want a spontaneous moment to happen. You keep like, don't think about that. Don't think about that. I got news for you. You are manifesting it, so do be careful. You are manifesting a moment. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just, I want you to understand where it's coming from instead of your mind trying to escape from it. That's one of the things you need to look at with that moon energy. So again, the 18th might be terribly important. You might be doing some very intensive shadow work energy, as we've discussed, in a couple of weeks. Piscean season, which is after Aquarius season. So that's late February to late March. See, I got there. Might be important. Of course, 18 reduces to 9. So, the 9th might be important. October 9th. Why was October 9th important? It's already passed. By the time this message comes out, it will have already passed. There was some, there might have been one of these communication cycles with this person on a strong one. Check your messages from October 9th. There might have been some very strong communication that day. And also in the general sense, last September might have been important. I don't know why I got that. I don't know why I got that. I saw it calendar on the date, October 9th. So there might have been one of these critical communication points during that day, and it's just confirmation for you. Okay. I want a spontaneous moment. There was a spontaneous moment. Spontaneous moment. You want another one? You want another one? You try not to think about that. Well, given the declaration of your energy, honey, I could see why. I'm sorry, I do go off sometimes, but that's what it is to be me. Okay. Moving on. Your near future energy. Show me the Fool, please. Yes. Show me the Fool, please. For that near future energy. Show me. Let's see if you allow yourself to be open, because there's that Six of Wands. Again, it's the one that you struggle with. That spike of energy. It's more than a spike of energy, honey. I kind of see your points of reference. Strong connection, the potential for strong feelings. We both cap them. We put it under a friendship bracket. They're actually a strong connection to me. I know this, so I'm firm with the energy. That's why it's been kept at friendship. We both know we could deep dive more. We've suspended the emotional activity, but however, some of it escaped through our communication. We always wish we could say more. It feels good to get something, but it's not quite what I want or what they want or what we both want. Okay? I try not to think about having a kind of radical shake-up of energy where something happens. I try to move away from that. Don't think about that. Don't think about that. Don't think about generating that. Don't think that this person might give you that. Don't expect yourself to give that. Don't expect those. Don't expect a moment like that, Leo. Don't expect those kind of moments. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't expect it. Get away from it. You are still generating that particular energy. Again, it's not an accusation. It's just one more thing I want you to come to terms with. Okay. For some of you, I have to insist there was a spontaneous moment through one of your communications that was rather loud. The Tower can be loud, but it was like a shocking surprise. A happy, shocking surprise. You want another one, and you try not to think about it. You either want another one from them, or you want to do one yourself. And you're like, don't think about it, don't think about it. You know, because that Emperor over there here made a decision, right? I have to control this connection. I have to leave it up to the gods, yes. Whatever it is you want to call it. God, spirit, universe, energy, I don't care. It's hard leaving it up to judgment, you know? Show me the Fool, please, in the near future. Show me the Fool, please, in the near future. Yeah, the Aries full moon. That's what it was. Around the Aries full moon. So, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, there might have been... something might have hit you really hard. Show me the Fool, please, in the near future. Page of Pentacles. The Hermit. Ace of Wands. Yes, baby. Good. Go. Do it. I want you to. So do you. Don't get me wrong, I don't want you to be dissuaded by the Page. The Page of Pentacles is the most realistic form of investment, and it's the page I tend to trust and respect the most. The other pages can run around doing a bunch of nonsense, and they learn a little bit here and there, and they do a little bit here and there, but for the most part, the Page of Pentacles is the one that we can rely on the most for real viable change. However small it may be, Leo, honey, you do want to invest in your master symbol, the Ace of Wands, for you. That is your critical peak of fire. Not Emperor, Aries, you. You want to invest more into the light of pathway, a new beginning. You have begun to reconcile yourself to the process. The Hermit, however, this is not going to be an overnight thing. The Hermit is not exactly known for being rushed. So, you might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. You might want to check theirs out. They had references where they had a potential for a strong connection, but they themselves weren't giving enough to it. They knew that and were frustrated by it. And I literally suggested, honey, if you want to give more to that connection, you're going to have to start cutting some things out. That Virgo was way too busy, and they could not get to where they wanted to be in love and with the person whom they chose to be with because of the constant demands of their time and energy and efforts. And it's like, honey, you're distracting yourself with too much busyness. You want them, give them more time. That's for some of you. And I'm only saying that because the Hermit is here. And for some reason, your reading is bringing that to mind. Again, they had the world in the same position as you. Anyway, in the near future, the Fool, you will be feeling this energy sensation spike. But in a mild way. I believe. Relatively soon. And it's in an honorable way. And it's in that respect of, I do want to get more in touch with myself, Christina. I do want to understand why I feel the imperative need to control. It is a form of control. The Emperor is. Why do I feel such a strong inherent need to control myself in this connection, my energy towards it? How come I long for theirs? But I would never admit that. But how come I long for theirs to come to me? Because then I'd have something to work with. Our communication's not where either of us wants it to be. All that jazz. And that desirous... The desiring of a spontaneous moment. You keep trying to tell yourself, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Don't ask for it. Don't wish it. Don't long for it. Don't do it either. And don't expect it to come back to you. Don't do it. I have news for you. The Magician and the Tower and the Six of Wands is much stronger. But I understand where it's coming from. I just want you to get in touch with it too. I want you to look at that. What's provoking that motivation? What's provoking that feeling, honey? And when you deep dive into that, your Fool will open beautifully. Okay? Full positive, not full negative. I'm looking at someone who wants to be open to new chapters and new energies, but with the experience and the wisdom of the Hermit. In other words, you don't go into something blind or without experience. No. Still being very much in line with you and who you are. Okay. in your principles. You would like to invest more into new. Ace of Wands, the Fool, you. But with the wisdom and care of the Hermit. You're reconciling some very strong concepts over the next several weeks. And I hope that you are successful in them because that's beautiful energy. I like it a lot. It's on point. It's forward. It's leadership. It's initiative. But with the respect and due diligence and experience of the Hermit. These are all excellent combinations. So that tells me you're not some Leo off the block. You have some experience in exuding the strong will that you are. Oh yeah, I can tell. I can tell. But your system of control is what you seem to have the most experience with. Not exactly control in terms of what pleases you or what makes you happy or going after the love you want. No, no, no. You have learned to equate that kind of control with success. Okay. But you seem to be changing your thinking and understanding that's not really success. It's just me denying what I want. Why? Because I got so used to being responsible and burdened and laden with responsibility, I forgot that maybe me wanting and desiring things isn't such a bad thing. You know? I like this. I like the conclusion of your energy here in the near future. It's going to happen in a couple of weeks. P.S. Expect more communication from that person. I'm still seeing a frequency of some sort of exchange here. I'll see if I can hone in on it more. I can tell you already have a communication pattern with this person. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. Judgment. Under your strengths. Like I said, your big daddy energy already kind of indicated that to me. Oh no, I don't. That's up to the gods. If it is, it is. So shall it be. I've made that decision a long time ago, Christina. Yeah, waiting for universal judgment's quite the bitch, isn't it? I'm teasing you. It is, though. It's not that it's not wrong, it's absolutely true. It's kind of like you're saying, well, dear God, dear universe, if I'm meant to be happy, thanks. Strengths under your hopes and fears. Judgment. Yes. Show me judgment, please. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment, please. I'm telling you, something went down around October 9th. I'm seeing what looks like very active, exciting, if not a little, just on the side. I'm sorry, honey. This is what it's like. And I tell this to people on occasion so you understand what it's like. It's not just tarot reading, okay? There's some people who just read the cards and they're just tarot readers. And then there's intuitive readers, and that's people who get messages outside the cards or enhance them, okay? I'm one of those. It's another reason why I do in-depth reads. I take my time. Things hit me when things hit me. So what it's like for me is that I'm often in a dark tunnel and I have a flashlight. And where it points is where it points, and I get pieces. It doesn't necessarily mean I can connect them all, but I do try. And what I keep getting is a calendar reference. I see the height of a blood red moon, Aries, which was just recently, full moon in Aries. October 9th was at its peak. That means it was peak energy 8th, 9th, and 10th. And what looks like a 2 or 3 day moon cycle for some of you. And in that, I keep seeing in the blood red moon a calendar reference. And then the 8 of Wands keeps flying through it. So again, go back and check your messages, emails, I don't know. But it was exciting. And a little scary. Just a little bit. That wasn't the motivator, it was fear. No, no, no. It was scary in that sense of, oh, shit. This just happened. Something like that. It was exhilarating and scary at the same time. Kind of like a roller coaster. Your heart was palpitating. Somebody's heart was beating so hard. That's what I hear. Apologies, I do go on sometimes, but again, it's kind of what I do. Judgment, please. Oh, honey, when it's an Aries full moon, everybody gets fucked up. That should be a bumper sticker. When it's the Aries full moon, everybody gets fucked up. Oh, God. Let me tell you. I was feeling it too, honey. Let me tell you. Double Aries placements, moon and rising. Oh, yeah. Trust me. I get hit with that energy hard. You know, Ace of Pentacles, Judgment. There it is again. Queen of Cups. There's going to come a time, Leo, honey, if you're not feeling it yet, you will. You're going to get tired of waiting for the universe to help you out and make this happen. Or present itself. You're going to get tired of it. The Emperor is eventually going to get tired of it, because eventually the Emperor is going to want to get what he wants to get. Going beyond control and regulation. Under Judgment, which is with your strengths, which is under your relevant past, this kind of passive, it's a strong connection, but it's out of my hands. You're going to become dissatisfied with that. Eventually you're going to want to do something about it, as you should. Fortune favors the brave, yes? Judgment isn't just about divinity in terms of divine timing coming my way and things playing out in my favor over 5, 10, 20 years. It's also judgment. Decision making under your strengths. You want to invest, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, doesn't have to be, love energy, intuition, feeling, but a strong, viable investment. And as it bridges into your near future, the more you invest in you, the more you invest in your reality. And your reality says, I would like to start doing these things. Fuck the hypothetical. I want to make it happen. Now, this isn't the hypothetical overnight, but it is theory that you will actually be putting into practice once you start giving more to you and following where it is that your life path actually wants to be. Instead of you looking forward to this person's love and then you can handle it your own way. Gives you a reason to exchange with them, all right, to communicate with them, to engage in them a little bit. But you're saying the timing's not right. Strong connection it is. Timing's not right. I've made that decision to be hands off. It's out of my hands. Under Judgment, your strengths here, you're looking at that in terms of the reality and you're saying it's pulling up short. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. I'm going to go from a page to an ace now. I want to make it more of my given reality. And this will be a process of change. I will try to do a time check. But this kind of energy of not really indulging in the love, not really giving too much to it, being disappointed by it, but still receiving some sort of pleasure, hoping, waiting one day for a stronger incident to propel you forward with this energy. I'm tired of wishing and wanting. Let's make it happen, right? Waiting for another explosive moment. You know, for the universe to present this situation or person more strongly to me. I don't think you need too much more proof. But you can only give so much of this situation as much as you give to yourself. If you are this unused to, giving yourself what you need. Okay? And in loving yourself and giving to yourself. And that's why you might look outward for this person to supply you with that critical energy that makes you feel good. You're assigning them a responsibility that's not necessarily theirs, but you see the potential in them. Okay? And when you start, because it's true, you are assigning them a responsibility of them to bring their love towards you. And I see your reasons, I understand why. But is that what you really want? Or do you want to be somebody who says, I'm kind of tired of waiting for my bits and pieces and my little moments with this person, and hoping for some sort of spontaneous moment to change for us both, to get rocking and rolling? Maybe I should look at myself and understand what new means in embracing the light and the warmth and the experience and the wisdom of it all. It's beautiful. And look what happens when you do. Under judgment, again, but in a very different way. One that's more earthbound and reality-oriented. In due time, honey, Leo. The Wheel of Fortune, making a stronger investment into a cohesive love energy. That has nothing to do with wishing for more, hoping for a magical moment or a magical bullet that is communication. No, no. Show me that Six of Wands, which I'm terribly curious about for you. It's in your environment. I know how you react to them in a way. Show me that Six of Wands, please. It's just not enough. It's not enough, right? Those little explosive moments that make you feel good, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough to propel this thing forward. I know you've been resisting that moon energy for a while. Some of you have. Show me that Six of Wands, please. Show me that Six of Wands. Show me that Six of Wands, please. Four of Swords. King of Pentacles. There you are. There you are. Five of Wands. There's still a little bit of resistance here, but in your quiet moments with the Four of Swords, that King of Pentacles, that Queen of Pentacles, same energy. Okay. When it came to the actual physical expression of their energy, why you hold back, the best of your feelings, that kind of thing. Because you don't know how to care enough for yourself, what it is that you want, how to put into yourself. You got used to being the emperor and being in command of yourself, etc., etc., as we've discussed. The more you let your guard down over that, okay, the more you realize, in looking at myself quietly, in my quiet time, in my Four Swords down energy, in your downtime, you have a stronger sense of caring for thyself. Okay. And you reflect upon those moments, I do believe, with this person's energy in the Six of Wands, in direct reflection, how they make you feel good and why you've been resisting it. And this is a quiet process. You're looking at that Six of Wands energy. How come I get excited by this? How come I get an energy boost from this? How come I get confidence from this? Why do I resist it? Does that mean because I don't know how to give to myself? Because I don't know, that's why I don't give to them? Four Swords. This is all quiet contemplation. Okay? Why do I desire more? Why do I want to express myself more? Why do I stop when I try to start? Okay. How come I desire and look towards their energy, but I limit the experience? Okay. All quiet contemplation. And there's a big part of you that's still very much resistant to you taking care of yourself. And again, if you will and truly take care of yourself, honey, this question of how to give more to the other or the situation will become null and void. And knowing your heart and what it is that you want and acting on it, the road clears. There's still some resistance here, though, to you really kind of fighting for yourself. I still see you doing it. But I still see you resisting some aspects of yourself that say, I would like to relax and soften and be more kind and loving towards me. And in so doing, I would better understand what it is I'm trying to gravitate towards and why. So why do you find it so hard to give to yourself, honey? Why do you find it so hard to love yourself? Why do you find it so hard to please yourself? Because that King, Queen of Pentacles is very self-nurturing, very self-pleasing. Okay, they know what it is that makes them happy, and thus their comfort zone is created because they know they can predict it. So what is it about you that you have not been feeding yourself for a long time? What is it about you in terms of your feelings and thoughts that you have been denying? Okay, And as you deny those things, you deny yourself the opportunity for the love that you want and the full exploration of it, instead of wishing and wanting and trying not to wish and want for spontaneous moments that might change and alter things, instead of you just investing flat out, which is going to happen over time. The Wheel of Fortune, things are changing for you. This concept of judgment and leaving things to divine timing and divinity, it's out of my hands, it's up to the gods, yes? That's actually changing. Your modality, your thinking about this connection and how to treat it, how to operate within it is changing. It's kind of like, I used to think it was out of my hands and I insisted that it just stay that way, to I think I want to start contributing a more real-world value to this, and as you do, your heart space expands. A little bit of resistance here, though, but this is during your quiet moments when you reflect about, am I being selfish by expanding into what I want, by actually asking with what I want for what I want, how? Am I being selfish? I don't think so. I just think you're very much out of practice. In terms of giving to yourself and giving yourself permission. Okay. Strength is under your hopes and fears, yes? Strengths, please. Could be a double, triple Leo. Don't have to be. Hopes and fears, hopes and fears, hopes and fears. One and the same. Am I myself? Am I not myself? Am I using my strength for good or for woe? Am I hurting myself by being too strong? Good question. Show me strength, please. Hopes and fears. One more. Show me strength, please. Okay. I don't know why I'm seeing a green sign that says avenue. You could be driving. Perhaps you drove by a street recently that had an outstanding or interesting name, or you got lost. You were driving, you got lost. There's a mix-up on the name. Avenue. All I see is avenue and one of those green signs that indicates the street name. It's blank. All it says is avenue. Some of you got lost while driving, or you're perplexed. You were looking at a sign. I don't know if you got lost. The name isn't what you thought it was. I don't know. I keep getting that. I'm sorry. Some of you got mad and you cursed the directions. Or Google Maps. Something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's like, that's not where I thought it was, or that's not what it was supposed to be, or I really did mix up the names. Something like that. Some of you just wish you could get lost in Lost Avenue. Stopping staring at a green light. A green sign says avenue. That's all I got. You had to pull over? You had to pull over, you were staring at a sign. The street signs. I don't know why. Something avenue. I don't know. You're like, you were staring at a street sign. I don't know why. You had to stop, pull over, stare, and you were staring at a street sign. I don't know. I don't know. But in that moment you were feeling overwhelmed, or... you were responding to someone. And you were staring at a sign, possibly while you were doing it. It was an overwhelming moment for some of you. Okay, sorry. There I go, I'm trying to point the flashlight. Strength, show me strength, please. Anyway, for some of you that was confirmation. I don't know, I wish I could be more helpful to you. Show me strength, please. Judgment. Ace of Pentacles. You can do it. You want to, and I believe you will. You want more of the reality. And you want your reality to reflect the unconflicted side of you. Okay? You don't want to be in conflict with your emotions anymore. No more wishing for spontaneous moments to propel this thing forward. No more being in a position of waiting on this person's energy to come to you so you have a reason to respond to it. You can only abide by that for so long. Hence why we need to take a trip down Moon Avenue. That's the street sign I want. I'm going to put that in my house. Moon Avenue. That'd be cool to have that back here. Oh, we're taking a trip down Moon Avenue. It's time. You're going to feel it quite strongly in the future. You're already subject to an Ace of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. And as you continue to operate under that change of Ace of Pentacles, okay, whatever that new means to you. But as you give more to yourself, you understand more and more why you don't want to be emotionally conflicted. Why you want to embrace as opposed to push away. Because with strength, honey, you could just as easily work the other way. I know you've limited your energy towards this connection. I can kind of see why. To fully love and embrace this connection for what it is means that you would have to fully love and embrace yourself too. Trust yourself. Trust the process. The Ace of Pentacles is real. And then you're going to start to understand, and that's why I said your modality is shifting. You're going to start to understand the other side of Judgment. And there is the other side to Judgment. I touched on it briefly. Do you remember? One side of the Judgment coin says, it's out of my hands. It's a divine thing. It's a divine timing thing. The other side of Judgment, I can choose. Judgment is a compromise of both. I can choose for myself. I can make those decisions. And you want to. It's under your strengths. And it's your hopes magnified. And as you continue to operate in that way, and being kind to yourself, being honest with yourself, loving yourself, you're going to reflect that more and more in your reality. I really need to do time checks. You have, it's expanding outward in such a way I can't see it. And by that I mean you have multiple references for time under your future orientation that become more realistic the more you engage in it. And the more you love yourself, the more it's going to show in your real world and what it is that you want to pull in. The High Priestess is your outcome. Show me. The High Priestess is your outcome. High Priestess. Right there on the split, King of Cups and Death. Heavy Scorpio energy, does not have to be. You might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart. Show me the High Priestess, please, as the outcome. One more. High Priestess, please. That's all I keep hearing for you over and over again. In the Spirit's voice to you. Listen to yourself, listen to yourself, listen to yourself, listen to yourself, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Tower. Remember that kind of, I hope one day things just might radically change and shift, radically change and shift, radically change and shift. I got to move away from that thinking. It's no good for me. You want something to happen. I told you. You want something to happen. You don't know what that, some of you do know what that something is. It's there. I can't say I can't see it, because I do. You try to move away from that thinking. Now I'm seeing the Tower over here reflected in your intuition. Bravo. This is the same thing we've been talking about. Going from this soft and fuzzy thing, you know, destiny is destiny. Fate is fate. It is what it is. I'll wait for the divine timing to be right, so on and so forth. But I kind of secretly wish something would happen. Just happen. Just happen. You know, it's got to come towards me, and I should move away from that thought. I should, nope, move away from that thought. There, nope, shouldn't want or wish for spontaneous moments, Christina. Here's the thing. You actually are switching modalities. The High Priestess, you really are. Your intuition as well as your spirituality with the Hierophant. That's a really excellent combination, by the way. These are each other's matching sweet mates and energetic tarot spirituality. Okay. That's a beautiful, brilliant combination. You are coming to some sort of accord within yourself and the person whom you're connected to, where you're going to bring about realistic change instead of just wishing for it. And it's a tower that is manageable, as you're indicating to me, Six of Pentacles, as we've been discussing. Giving more and more to that which you want, which is within you. When you acknowledge that, the process becomes easier. When you acknowledge the thing, Leo, the whole thing becomes easier. You can't fix what you don't know is broke. And I'm not saying you're broken. What I'm saying is that you have a lot in you that for some reason you think you can't have or express. You know it's bullshit. So this whole, I hope for a tower moment. I hope for kind of a spontaneous, sexy Six of Wands, magician, tower kind of moment, type of moment. You know that you know. No. Don't think about that. Here you are in the future orientation, with some upper level spiritual energy here. I do feel like it's a balance between you two. You share your respective energies, and so do they. I do. But the tower here then is manageable. It's not a loud one. It's a practical tower. As you continue to incorporate change, you really step into the role of, I really didn't need the divinity thing. I can make these changes happen. I'm listening to myself, and I understand I have choice. I understand I have power. I understand that I can implement change, choice, and power in reasonable, practical ways in the real world to reflect who I am, what I'm feeling, how to incorporate it all, and there is someone else here with you doing those things. It's kind of like, well, how come we weren't doing this the whole time? Well, sometimes we have to learn shit the hard way, that's why. I could have been doing this a long time ago. Change is possible, under my direction, under my decisions, and it all comes down to me really understanding that I shouldn't have to wait for someone's love energy to present itself before I react to it. I can just have it. I can just express it too. You're cycling a couple things. There are multiple points of reference in time. I just see you gravitating towards the aces several times. And as you do, you become more confident. And I see you balancing with someone in a way that's practical, but making manageable, realistic changes. You have the strength to do this. It's love you want. It's the reality you want. Okay. I didn't think it was that long, but you know me. You know me. I never do. Okay. I've already given you one strong reference that's given you confirmation to a lot of this. A lot of key energy for some reason really hit you hard, somebody really hard, around the last full moon. When do we feel the full energy? When does Leo feel the full energy, please? When does Leo feel the full energy? When you start gravitating towards the aces. This is literally the hinge point between what you're leaving behind and what you're trying to enter. But it's spanning out over multiple points of reference. Show me that full energy, please. When does Leo become more inclined as the Fool? When does Leo become more inclined to be the Fool? For some of you, 7 weeks out. That would put you into late November, early December. Page of Wands. For some of you, there will be communication. There might have been some critical communication around the 7th, but I don't know about that. It's closer to the full moon. Yes, there will be some incoming communication from that person in a day to 3 days. What else, please? I need something stronger, though, in orientation to 6, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8. Succession. Consistency. As you continue to open up to the full energy over the next several weeks, so 6, 7, 8 weeks, okay, you're going to feel the plausibility grow ever stronger in you that you do have choice, that you do have say, and not everything is left up to the gods. That you actually do have right to choose choice in your favor, and it really comes down to you understanding what it is that you want. You don't have to be secretive about it. You don't have to be so strong about it. You don't have to be so much in denial about it, denying yourself what it is that you want, etc. Over the next several weeks is when your full energy is going to become stronger. Yes, yeah. Okay. When does the Ace of Pentacles become stronger? When does the Ace of Pentacles become stronger, please? I know it's not shocking change. Literally, the Tower of the Six of Pentacles says change that was necessary, manageable, and it's reflecting the world that you're trying to create. Okay. Show me this Ace of Pentacles, please. When does it present itself more strongly? I don't mean their energy, and in terms of it, 2 months. Literally, the answer is 2 months. So when this Ace of Pentacles, in fact, becomes more of an Ace of Pentacles, when you become more comfortable with the aces and the provocation of the full energy, etc., as we've discussed, and as you feel more inclined towards your spiritual energy, and thus reflecting and shaping into the world that which you want to see and feel, 2 months. Mid-December. With that person. Hey ho. Hey ho. 23rd. October 23rd might be important. We enter Scorpio season at that time. Specifically that day. So October 23rd might be important. 23. So, in that shifting between October and December over the next 2 months. First, you have some work to do in terms of consolidating your energy, and as you get more and more comfortable as the Fool being inclined towards the aces, so too will you, this connection. For some reason, I see it deepening in December. But for some reason, the 23rd of October is popping out to me. I don't know why. Yeah. And there it is again, 4 and 4. By next Aries season, no doubt. In the general sense, the Emperor here with the 4 of Cups, so long as we continue to remain in that Emperor energy, we will be disappointed and dissatisfied with what we experience, yes. There's something here about you two need to get on the same page. There it is again, 9. September might have been very important. Virgo as well as Libra season. You two need to get on the same page soon. You two need to get on the same page soon. And you've been trying to these past couple of months. You've been trying to these past couple of months. But so long as we remain kind of firm in our energy, we keep ourselves distant by proxy. So we're both going to be mutually disappointed, yes? You two have been trying to consolidate your energies and get on the same page for a while now, specifically the past couple of months as it becomes more intimate, but divided, I suppose. There were some critical exchanges around Virgo season as well as Libra season. Okay. And October 23rd might be important, and then I see your two's connection becoming more cohesive and deepened by December. Advice, please. Nine of Pentacles. Be independent. Know what you want. Have faith and trust in your experiences because they are worthy. And also continue with your communication. Two of Wands. Okay. And bring it more into reality and claiming. Nine of Pentacles is claiming energy. Claim it. You want it, claim it. More so in the real world. Okay. And claiming in Nine of Pentacles energy means just put more into it, put more of yourself into it, and do so from a place of confidence. And that communication is going to be key, as well as having critical moments with this person that allow you to feel good about the direction, where it's going, and why. And being more open to physical energy as opposed to not. And by physical energy, I just mean connecting in the real world. That's your advice. Yes, by all means, continue to connect, but do so more in a realistic way, where you have more intimacy of conversation, and you get more comfortable with you being comfortable, you know. Okay. Oh my. Okie dokie. S-Y-V-J. The owl. Wisdom. Yes, I know. I know you're smart, honey. You gotta trust that. Also, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius says that air energy, it dictates the infinity loop. It feels like this has been going on forever in terms of connectivity and the strength of it. But soul bond energy. Gecko, Aries, Leo, Sag. Also a confirmation for you if you see a gecko relatively soon. Grapes, for some, again, confirmation if you are eating grapes, or for some reason grapes are outstanding to you. I don't know why. This is also the indicate wine. Wine, of course, I was just going to say, I usually say it's a wine, someone who enjoys their pleasures, their indulgences, but for some of you, yes, you will be having a wine with this person. I don't know why, I just saw that. I saw the glass. You ever seen the red wine glass emoji? I just saw that. It just was like, I was about to say wine, and they're like, no, seriously, Leo is gonna have a drink with this person soon. So you're gonna have a drink with this person soon. But again, for some of you, yeah, grapes or dinner meal. Again, grapes is indulgence. It's sensual. It's pleasure. It's food oriented. So for some of you, you'll have a meal with this person too. Okay, is there anything else, please? That red emoji glass is so loud in my eye. HDG, child. The vulnerability of a child, trying to be open, because, you know, children, when you think about it, they don't think about it. They just are. They're vulnerable by nature. So opening up more to that vulnerability, and then also the confirmation here somebody has a child. Chakra, getting our chakra into alignment, our spiritual energy specifically. There is a hint of romanticism here, as I see by the tulip. Possibly the gift exchange of flowers. Perhaps you'll be receiving something soon with a tulip design on it, or perhaps somebody sees the other person as a flower. Beautiful, beautiful, soft. They smell good. Someone who stops and looks at the flowers. Could be you, could be them. Somebody who stops and admires flowers. Something like that. But also, again, the indication of something intimate coming up soon. And yeah, there's going to be some message soon, the little bird. Little bird. Little message. Tweet, tweet. Okay, Leo, that's enough. Oh, my. It was good reading though, so I thank you for that. I appreciate it. It was good to see this. Remember, there are two sides to judgment. It's never just us being at the whims or fate of the gods. This is in fact why I read tarot. One of the many reasons. To show, case in point, that we have choice, not the absence of it. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. That's it. You have choice. And the more you exercise that choice, the more you bring it into reality in the way that actually fits you and allows you to live and care for yourself the way that you want, without having to feel so restricted, without having to feel so tight and in control, because it's not really what you want. I just think it's what you got used to. Like, how dare you be selfish? Kind of like that. You're the emperor, for God's sakes. You got shit to do. You're responsible. right? And we lose ourselves in that process. Who we really are, who you really are, tried to pop out several times. You're someone who wants to be more comfortable with yourself, loving towards yourself and giving towards yourself. And that means shaping the future that you want. That's enough. Leo, honey, put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.